like Isaiah. Thank you for tuning in again. And today I'm going to be talking about a moment pretty much in 2023 where I went viral and I received a lot of social media attention. It was one particular month. Now, to just backtrack, this is like my second time like dealing with viral moments and like mass social media attention. Like this is my second time. It was this year. The first time was years ago. It was like maybe 2019, 2020, where YouTuber Tasha K. I don't even want to say YouTuber because she's expanded beyond that, but she's a popular celebrity gossip blogger by the name of Tasha K. And she had a contest years ago where she wanted, her fans to come in and do like she called it the Tasha K challenge, where they come in and they do their own spoof of the celebrity that they were roasting or she was roasting at the time, which I believe R. Kelly was a big one. She was going back and forth with that, and Cardi B. I went the R. Kelly route obviously because I'm a guy, and so me being like the film guy that I am, I had my camera and I did my editing and all that. I actually ended up winning the challenge. To me, I thought it was like a pat on the back. That post kind of blew up because people thought I wasn't deserving of the win. They thought other people were more funny and deserving of the win, which is okay, thinking back in hindsight. My experience with that, it was like I was disappointed that more people weren't happy for me. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm one of those people, I'm getting out of it now, but I'm one of those people that when I see content about me in particular, even though I'm not a celebrity, but when someone else reshares me or my work, I go through the comments and I kind of just see what they were saying. So it was kind of disheartening to see how many people were, down in my work, not even taking into account like the work that I had put into it, and I would say the professionalism of it. They were down in my work. They were they were talking about my sexuality too, which I get. I guess it's apparent that maybe I'm not as masculine presenting as I thought I was, but people tend to go to that really rather quickly when it comes to me, like, oh, this nigga, he's gay, or he's soft, or. But yeah, people they were picking me apart with that, and that kind of hurt my feelings. And like I was like doing the clapback thing and getting smart people in the comments. I kind of wish I hadn't, but I guess that's who I was at that moment. So that was like my first time dealing with a lot of like attention and eyes on me, and it not necessarily be 100% positive. I don't know if it'll ever be 100% positive or like a black and white area. There's always like a middle area. I did get support. There was some people who thought I did great work and I should have won. So I'm not going to negate that. That was also there, but in our minds we tend to really pay attention to the negative stuff. Okay, so that was years ago. This year, this is probably like the biggest viral moment that I had. It was this year. I had a situation at a Planet Fitness, and I might put the screenshot up. I have to find it. I think I archived everything because I had kind of moved on from that. But I had a situation where a guy from the gym, a bigger guy, came and just took the bench from me, and that upset me because it was kind of like I felt like it was kind of like he probably looked at me and saw like how everyone typically sees like I'm a softer guy. Like let me go punk this person. And aggression isn't a natural go to for me in any situation. I typically don't just get aggressive. I have to get worked up to pretty much. I can't just be like, what you say? I don't go there right away. I'm just kind of like, wait, what? So I posted that with this picture. If I post it now, I'm going to blur out his picture and all because it's not. I don't care about that anymore. And I uploaded it on Facebook. So I uploaded it on Facebook that night after the situation happened, and I would say within the day it blew up. It blew up, and I'm not gonna lie and say like my intent was to blast the gentleman, but my intent wasn't to go viral. Those are two different things. If you understand what I'm saying, my intent was to bring awareness to like this just happened to me, and thinking like the people that knew me and they know my heart and they know my temperament, that they would be like, well, damn, like that's messed up. He don't bother nobody. But it took a turn. It took a turn to where there were people even on my like friends list on Facebook who was resharing it and like making fun of me, making fun of me. about like why did you let him do it, and really questioning my masculinity, and it was a lot of that. And like, why are you my Facebook friend if you don't like me in totality like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you following me? Why are we social media friends? So I quickly got rid of those people because those aren't my kind of people anyway. Those weren't my people anyway. And then seeing other people we shared who wasn't my friends. It's crazy what people will say about you when they think you can't see it or they think that you won't see it. The likelihood of you seeing it is very low. And I got a lot of people. I had support. I'm like I said, I don't want it to be like I didn't get support, like people sticking up for me. I'm gonna get to that, but I'm just talking about like the negative aspect of it first. Just seeing like what people, and I'm saying like my own people, like I'm talking about black people. It was just really strange for them to hit me with that. It felt strange that like people were hitting me with like, oh, this nigga gay, this nigga a punk, you let him, and then they're resharing it, and then there are people going through your pictures, and your they were going through my pictures, and they were going through my past work and things, and they were like laughing at my form of expression, which is photography, which is being silly, which is dance, which is cutting up. They were laughing at that, and they were even resharing that, and they were like, I see why this happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to find a way to justify, pretty much trying to clown me and find a way to justify, well, because you like this, you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're this type of person. I can see why that happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to use the word bullying, because I mean, bullying is it's an adolescent word, but it can happen at many points in your life. And so I was just taking on that, and I'm just kind of like, well, these people don't know me, so I get it. I guess I understand like the need to judge someone so harshly that you don't know. But the posts continued to grow. I started to see the posts like on in Facebook groups, like, and I'm reading the comments. Even like Kevin, I saw it in the Kevin Samuels group. I saw that post in the Kevin Samuels group, and there are people talking, calling me a simp. Even in there, they're talking about my sexuality, and I'm just kind of like, Kevin Samuel. He does dating material for straight people. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, even just seeing it like in like Facebook groups and stuff like that, I wouldn't even say that bothered me. It was interesting to see everyone's perspective and to see like how people saw me outside of people who know me, and how outside I see myself. And negatively, I think when I think of the negative aspect of that, they saw me as a punk. People see me, they look at me in the street, and I think they think of a word that rhymes with maggot. And I was seeing that. I was seeing like, okay, so this is how people who don't know me see me, you know, in the negative realm of things. And I think there was a little bit of profiling because I'm a black guy and I have tattoos. And in my pictures, because I work out, I look taller, maybe, and stuff like that. So they're kind of like, well, why wouldn't you just hit them with or why wouldn't you just defend yourself? And in all actuality, I'm actually really like short in stature. So I saw that blow up on Facebook, and then I started to see it on Instagram, and I'm seeing like the black urban blog sites, like pages posted. I mean, at least they used a cute picture of me. I would say that they were using cute pictures of me. But just to go through the comments and just seeing like so many, particularly like black women, just being so nasty, and I just didn't know the bar had gotten so low, because I had always championed for my blackness, and I always felt like I'm proud to be black. And anyone, especially if you were a non-black person coming in to black spaces, not even not even any spaces that have to do particularly with sexuality, not anything that's really nichey, just like black spaces coming in. people coming in and trying to say things and be ignorant. I was one of those ones like black, you know. So it was really weird to see and hurtful to see my people kind of like fuck me over like that. You know what I'm saying? And then okay, so then the negatives with that. The positives were I did see a lot of support. I saw a lot of support from people who didn't look like me and who just saw me as a person and didn't see me as like a black guy that let another guy do this to him. You know, there were people who just saw me as a person of that's due respect. And you can look through my social media in my profile and you can see like I'm not out here being reckless. I don't cuss up. I don't do that. I handle myself a particular way. So those people got it and they were like, okay, he just wants respect. Like he's just asking for respect. So I got a lot of support. And the funny thing is with the support, it was just really sad that that didn't come from people who I had broken bread with. Now, okay, keep in mind, there were some people who kind of like stuck up for me that I knew, but it was a small, compared to the amount of people that I've come in contact with in my life, it was a real small percentage of those people. Even like people that I was close with, you know, stayed at their houses and met their families, party with, they didn't even speak up for me. They didn't even speak up for me. They didn't say anything to me at that time. They didn't say anything on the post. But the funny thing is about those people and like family too, because some family did that too. When I would see them, it would come up in conversation and they would be like, "Oh yeah, I did see this. I saw this," and they didn't say anything to me. They saw this image of me and they saw me out there, but they didn't say anything. And I find that to be really cowardly. And I just quickly learned like, okay, no matter the relationship, no matter the bond, like that's not my kind of a person because I'm always going to use my voice, whatever voice I have, to speak up for injustice and sorry. I'm always going to use my voice to speak up for those people. And I've done it more so since that happened. So, when it comes to that, I just said I'm not going to, those aren't my people, If you're willing to see me out there and you just keep swiping, you're not my kind of person. Because what it shows me is that you're watching what I'm doing, but you're not engaging with it, and you can see something out of me out there, and you just don't give a fuck. You just don't give a fuck. So I quickly learned my lesson with that too. Even if we were not on the best of pages, if we were on a good page, and you know you're watching what I'm doing, you see things happening to me, but you don't say anything. Good page, bad page, everybody went over that post. A lot of people I don't talk to because of how they handled me with that post. Now, granted, everyone has their own lives. I get it. I get it. It's only 5 seconds to say, hey, I saw this post. Like, what was that all about? Are you okay? And if that's asking too much, that's not my kind of a person. Because there's nobody that I would say that I have met in my life and I see something of them out there and I just keep scrolling, especially if it's not necessarily positive, positive or negative. If I see something like on a mass scale about a person that I know, I'm going to reach out to them. That's just me. So I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to get that off because I don't think people really talk about like the negative aspects or talk about just the overall aspect of what going viral can do to you and to a person. And I'm glad it happened to me because at this point I care even less than I did before, and there's nothing that can be said about me online that I could possibly see and it hurts my feeling because I already seen it. And especially now that I'm doing this platform where I am going to be talking a lot about my personal business and my personal life. I also have to be aware that there's going to be people that see this and going to try to condemn me and talk down to me in this capacity too. I don't have any regrets about putting the post up. I just think that in general that was a tough time for me because like my father died around that same time. I had lost my job, so I had a lot on my plate already. And then of course of other personal relationships with other people kind of on the rocks too. So it was like a lot was coming at me. But I don't have any regrets about it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that it happened to me. And I'm glad people got to see, or people are getting to see, like, you sat around and you watched, okay, keep watching. You sat around and you watched and you did nothing, keep watching. But I did, as well. I went around and I started to get rid of those monitoring spirits, because monitoring spirits is something else. But that's all. I just wanted to talk about my experience with going viral. Overall, the first time, the second time, both times I appreciated and I took what I needed to take from it and left the parts that I didn't. So that's all I had to say. And if you go viral, or if you've ever been viral and received mass social media attention, what was your experience like? Did you kind of have to deal with like the same scrutiny and criticism, and also the love and the balance of, you know, dealing with that? All I gotta say at this point is just take it like Isaiah. Will you